largely we all agree in the general direction we want to go in. We want better security, better prosperity, better opportunities for everyone who shares this land. And coming back to the idea of community as opposed to different factions or different identities that are in conflict, and understand the value of being good neighbors, I think is a really important aspect of how we move forward. And I love the idea of the village, and certainly look forward to stealing that idea.
Je pense que aussi, Joseph, l'autre point.
I think another interesting point related to this idea of the village that you raised is that every person is allowed their own identity. What I mean is that each person can celebrate their different identities. You come from Manitoba. You probably have a francophone or bilingual history. You have several interests, I imagine. In any case, you can celebrate all of these different identities at the same time. Often, that's not the way we perceive a citizen. A citizen is a concept related to the land where that person lives. But I think that when it comes to tradition and to the conception of citizenship, there are values that may speak to us. There's a history that we share, languages that unite us. But each individual is also allowed to have his or her own individual approach, and we can respect that diversity of identities. I think that that's a part of the way young people have been educated in the last 30 or 40 years, because people define themselves according to the education that they received, the beliefs that they have developed, and it's according to all of that that they're going to participate in their civic lives. So I think this idea of the village is interesting because it allows everyone to address the same topics, but depending on their own identities, especially because we live in a territory called Canada, which means village.